In the Philippines, some last names don't just open doors, they define entire worlds. These are the surnames tied to penthouse wealth, old money lineage, UP graduates, Forbes-level fortunes, and corporate empires so massive that entire industries depend on them. When Filipinos say big time, they don't just mean powerful, they mean elite, prestigious, affluent. Names that sound like luxury brands, names that feel almost unreachable. These are the clans whose children enter the best schools, whose executives command thousands, and whose estates cover entire cities. Hello everyone, welcome back to FunFact. If you enjoy videos like this, hit like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Today, we reveal the top 25 most big-time family names in the Philippines. This ranking is not based on chismes, but on a strict scoring system that evaluates economic power, 45%, political influence, 30%, national recognition, 15%, and historical legacy, 10%. These are the surnames that make people say, "No wonder big time kasi ang pamilyang yan." Let's begin. Number 25, Osmeña, a Visayan dynasty rooted in Cebu City with deep influence in business, land, and politics. The Osmeñas own prime estates, heritage homes, and commercial properties across Cebu. They produced a Philippine president, senators, governors, and mayors who shaped Cebu's modern identity. Their lineage sits at the center of Cebu's economic and political development. Osmeña is old Visayan influence with a long history of power. Say Osmeña in Cebu, and people instantly know you're talking about local royalty. Number 24, Macapagal, a Luzon clan rooted in Lubao, Pampanga, tied to high office, land, and national leadership. The Macapagals produced 2 Philippine presidents and multiple public servants. Their wealth includes estates, businesses, and generational assets across central Luzon. Their historical imprint stretches through decades of governance and public policy. Macapagal remains a politically influential family with enduring national presence. Macapagal is a surname that always finds its way back into national conversation. Number 23, Ong Pin, a Chinoy surname rooted in Binondo, Manila, tied to old money and elite business circles. The Ong Pin clan made its mark in banking, mining, real estate, and high-level commerce. Roman Ong Pin became a historic figure, honored today by Binondo's iconic Ong Pin Street. They maintain influence across luxury developments, commercial districts, and major enterprises. Ong Pin is a name with weight in Manila's business elite. In Binondo, the name Ong Pin doesn't just open doors, it built the street people walk on. Number 22, Singsan, a northern Luzon dynasty rooted in Vigan, Ilocos Sur, built on commerce, construction, and land. The Singsans made fortunes through tobacco, transport, hotels, and large-scale regional businesses. They held governorships, mayorships, and key political posts for decades. Their properties, ventures, and casinos dominate Ilocos Sur's commercial landscape. Singsan remains a symbol of regional wealth and political power. In Ilocos Sur, the Singsan name isn't just known, it's the system. Number 21, Tanchaktiong, a global business empire rooted in Fujian, China, and Davao City, where the clan first established itself in the Philippines. The Tanchaktiong family later built their business base in Manila, home of Jollibee's rise to global success. They created Jollibee Foods Corporation, now with thousands of stores worldwide. They own Chowking, Mang Inasal, Red Ribbon, Highlands Coffee, Coffee Bean, and multiple global brands. Their expansion into manufacturing, logistics, and real estate strengthened their empire. This surname represents quiet, world-class Filipino success. Tanchaktiong is proof that a Filipino brand can dominate the world and keep expanding. Number 20, Aquino, a political dynasty with deep roots in land, public service, and national leadership. The Aquino clan is originally from Tarlac. They produced presidents, senators, and major public roles that shaped entire eras of Philippine politics. Their wealth comes from extensive estates, businesses, and assets across central Luzon, most notably Hacienda Luisita, one of the largest and most historic landholdings in the region. Aquino remains one of the country's most influential and enduring surnames. Number 19. Rojas. An Ilonggo clan known for wealth, education, and refined social standing. The Rojases are among the country's old rich hacienderos that trace their roots to Spaniards. They control vast tracts of land in Negros, tended by generations of native Filipino farmers. Later, they gained influence through banking and prime lands in Manila and Capiz. They produced presidents, senators, and cabinet officials. Their surname is tied to heritage and long-standing prominence. The Rojas clan remains part of the country's traditional elite. Number 18. L'Huillier, a French-Filipino name intertwined with money itself. Based in Cebu, the L'Huillier built one of the largest financial networks in the country through pawnshops, insurance, and remittances. Monsieur L'Huillier and Cebuana L'Huillier. They own the largest zoological park and safari experience in the Philippines, the Cebu Safari and Adventure Park in the scenic hills of Carmen, Cebu. They also own hotels, resorts, and commercial estates with a business footprint that spans nationwide. The L'Huillier maintain thousands of rare and expensive wine collections imported from France. Their Cebu mansion is considered one of the largest and grandest in the country, perched on Beverly Hills, Talamban, with a 360-degree view of the country's second financial and commercial capital, Cebu. The surname L'Huillier has become deeply associated with finance, service industries, and anything classy, posh, and sophisticated. Number 17. Tia, a banking dynasty that shaped Philippine finance. The Tia family built Metrobank, one of the nation's largest and most trusted banks. They expanded into insurance, real estate, and investments. Their empire includes GT Capital, Toyota Philippines, and Federal Land. They sit at the center of major financial and industrial networks. The Tia name speaks of wealth, success, and overflowing resources. They are known for extreme generosity and large-scale philanthropy. One example is their donation of an entire academic complex to UP Diliman, the GT Toyota Asian Cultural Center, roughly valued at least 250 million pesos today. With a surname like Tia, you don't introduce yourself. The name does the talking. Number 16. Levizte, prestige born in Batangas, expanded nationwide. The Leviztes held high political positions for generations. They own sprawling estates in Batangas and exclusive properties in Makati and BGC. Leandro Levizte pushed the surname into billionaire territory through Solar Philippines and SP New Energy. His massive solar farms power entire provinces, a flex no other young Filipino billionaire can match. The family holds heritage mansions, luxury resorts, and premium lands across Luzon. Levizte is old money transformed into modern business power. With a name like Levizte, you don't compete. You enter the arena already ahead. Number 15. Lopez, a clan tied to media, energy, and elite corporate influence. The Lopez family built ABS-CBN, Meralco, First Gen, and Rockwell Land. They own Rockwell Center, one of the most expensive high-end districts in Metro Manila. Their estates include luxury homes in Forbes Park, BGC, and exclusive properties abroad. They control broadcasting networks, power plants, high-rise towers, and major energy assets. The Lopez lifestyle stretches from private boardrooms to private islands. They shaped major industries for decades. Say the name Lopez, and everyone knows the conversation just moved into elite territory. Number 14. Cojuangco, a Luzon dynasty built on sugar estates, land, and political lineage. They controlled Hacienda Luisita, a landholding so massive it spans multiple towns. They own ranches, farmlands, mansions, and corporate stakes across central Luzon. The family built banks, manufacturing firms, agricultural companies, and major political machines. They produced governors, congressmen, and a president. The Cojuangcos are tied to old money luxury, vintage cars, Spanish-era estates, and ancestral mansions. Their name is tied to wealth that spans generations. Cojuangco isn't just a surname, it's a reminder of who has ruled the landscape for generations. Number 13. Duterte, a Mindanao powerhouse built on land, leadership, and long-held authority. The Dutertes controlled mayoral, gubernatorial, and congressional seats for decades. Their estates in Davao City include prime lands, rest houses, and inherited properties from earlier generations. They built deep connections across police, military, and business circles in southern Mindanao. National influence multiplied when one Duterte became president, turning the surname into a political brand recognized worldwide. The family commands loyalty, authority, and a massive political base that dominates Mindanao. Say the name Duterte in Davao and watch how every room changes. Power recognizes power. Number 12. Ang, a surname tied to massive corporate scale. Through San Miguel, the Ang clan holds interests in power, fuel, food, beverages, airports, tollways, and mega construction projects. They control businesses that feed the nation, light cities, move highways, and build entire regions. Their lifestyle spans private jets, exclusive resorts, and high-level boardrooms. Major infrastructure, including airports and expressways, sits under their influence. Few families shape the country's economy as directly as the Angs. Mention the name Ang and people know you're talking about money that builds countries. Number 11. Araneta, a heritage surname tied to land, business, and culture. The Aranetas own vast estates across Negros, Iloilo, and Metro Manila. They developed Araneta City, one of the earliest and grandest mixed-use districts in the Philippines. Their properties include ancestral mansions, heritage haciendas, and high-value commercial land. Members served as diplomats, executives, and public officials. Their social standing stretches across business, fashion, politics, and elite Manila circles. Araneta is the kind of surname that enters a room before you even arrive. That's old-world power. We now enter the circle reserved only for the biggest of the big names. These are the clans whose wealth, power, and influence sit far above everyone else. When Filipinos say big time, these are the surnames they mean. Number 10. Marcos, a political dynasty with vast landholdings and national influence. The Marcos clan controlled Ilocos Norte for generations while holding top government positions. Their properties include ancestral estates, political strongholds, and prime lands in the north. They built deep alliances across business, military, and political circles. Their return to national office revived the clan's reach, pulling the surname back into the center of power. Decades later, their influence spans from local politics to international diplomacy. Even with all the scandals and loud accusations thrown at the Marcos administration, it still doesn't walk into a conversation quietly. It immediately becomes the topic. Number 9. Razon, a modern billionaire dynasty with global presence. Enrique Razon is now the richest man in the Philippines with a net worth of $11.5 billion, according to the Forbes 2025 billionaire list. The Razons own ICTSI, a conglomerate that operates major seaports around the world, making the clan powerful on an international scale. They own Solaire, luxury resorts, energy ventures, water utilities, and massive infrastructure assets. Their holdings include premium land, high-end towers, and multi-billion peso casino investments. This is money that moves industries, shipping, gaming, logistics, and power. The Razon lifestyle is measured in private jets, exclusive clubs, and billion-peso projects. When the name Razon comes up, you instantly know you're talking to someone playing in the billionaire league. Number 8. Khan Soon-hee. Engineering power at national scale. The Khan Soon-hees built DMCI, a conglomerate in construction, real estate, mining, water, and energy. They developed districts, condominiums, bridges, highways, expressways, and massive infrastructure shaping Metro Manila. Their projects include luxury towers, resort-style condos, and industrial complexes across Luzon and Mindanao. Several family members run billion-peso subsidiaries under the DMCI group. This is old engineering money turned into national influence. When you hear Khan Soon-hee, you're not just talking about buildings. You're talking about the people who built the city you live in. Number 7. Aboitiz, a century-old business dynasty with unmatched diversification. Their empire spans power, banking, food, construction, logistics, and infrastructure through Aboitiz Power, Union Bank, Pilmico, and Aboitiz Infracapital. Generations of Aboitiz heirs hold top corporate roles, each one handling billion-peso responsibilities. This is a family that built an empire across 100 years and never slowed down. Aboitiz isn't just a surname, it's a corporate dynasty that runs like a machine. Number 6. Tan, a billionaire clan whose story began in Fujian, China, and grew into power in the Philippines, especially in Metro Manila. The Tans controlled Philippine Airlines, Asia Brewery, Eaton Properties, and tobacco interests. Their empire includes hotels, airlines, breweries, banks, real estate, and massive commercial estates. Several Tan heirs now oversee billion-peso companies that continue the clan's legacy. Say the name Tan, and everyone knows you're talking about a family that made power their business. Number 5. Soriano, a heritage clan rooted in Tondo and later Makati, built on old money wealth and elite corporate roles. The Sorianos led San Miguel Corporation for decades and held major stakes in airports, aviation, real estate, and international trading. Their estates include mansions in exclusive enclaves across Makati, Alabang, and Forbes-level neighborhoods. They served as chairmen, diplomats, industrialists, and global executives. This is old Spanish-era prestige blended with corporate power. Soriano isn't just a surname, it's a quiet signal that you come from serious money. Number 4. Gokongwei, a modern empire with deep roots in Cebu, built on vision, ambition, and massive scale. JG Summit controls Cebu Pacific, Robinsons, Universal Robina, Sun Cellular, and huge manufacturing plants nationwide. Their companies serve millions of Filipinos every day, from flights, to malls, to snacks, to essential goods. The family holds high-value properties, industrial estates, and global business partnerships. Gokongwei heirs now run billion-peso subsidiaries and continue the expansion. This surname represents innovation, dominance, and corporate reach on a national level. When you hear Gokongwei, you immediately know the conversation is about big business, the kind that changes industries. Number 3. Villar, a real estate empire rooted in Las Piñas, unmatched in size and influence. Vistaland, Camella, Brittany, and All Home dominate Philippine housing and retail. They built subdivisions, malls, hotels, and luxury estates across the country. Their projects stretch from affordable communities to high-end villages and commercial hubs. Family members hold top national government positions. The Villar wealth includes prime land, retail chains, housing empires, and massive real estate banks. Say Villar, and people know you're talking about one of the richest families ever produced by the Philippines. Number 2. C, a billionaire dynasty with origins in Fujian, China, built into power through Manila and Quezon City. The C clan built SM, which grew to become Southeast Asia's largest retail empire and the fourth largest in Asia. Their malls, banks, hotels, logistics hubs, and residential towers form a nationwide commercial network. BDO and China Bank anchor Philippine finance and dominate the banking sector. 6C siblings each manage multi-billion peso divisions: malls, banks, property, hotels, logistics, and retail. The C name doesn't just represent success, it sets the standard everyone else tries to reach. And number 1 in the list is Zobel and Ayala, popularly known as Zobel de Ayala. We group them together because their families, businesses, and legacy are inseparable. The wealth, power, and history of both clans are completely intertwined through Ayala Corporation, shared leadership, and generations of merged influence. Zobel de Ayala, the pinnacle of elite Filipino wealth, rooted in Spanish-era Manila and Makati. Ayala Corporation built Makati, BGC, Ayala Malls, Globe Telecom, Ayala Land, and major infrastructure ventures. Their empire covers banking, real estate, telecom, health, education, energy, and cultural development. They own heritage estates, Forbes mansions, exclusive haciendas, and corporate districts worth billions. Generations of Zobel de Ayalas lead top corporations and philanthropic institutions. This clan shaped skylines, industries, and culture for over 180 years. Zobel de Ayala isn't just the richest surname, it's the definition of legacy, prestige, and high society in the Philippines. And there you have it, 25 surnames that shaped industries, built cities, influenced governments, and defined what big time truly means in the Philippines. Some were born into power, some built it from nothing, but all of them carry names that command attention the moment you hear them. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the country's most powerful clans, hit like, share, and subscribe. This is FunFact, bringing you stories that reveal the real forces behind our nation.